Hi everybody and welcome back to Isola TV. Today we are here with the Designers for Lunch, the format where we interview and know better our designer from our community. And today we are really glad to present a young furniture and product designer from UK. And so let's welcome Lara. Hello.
Hello, hi Maria.
Hi, how are you?
Very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good.
So Lara, I want you to introduce yourself and your background to the people that are listening to us.
Of course. So I am a furniture and product designer. I am mainly focused on furniture design, but I have recently graduated last summer from a degree at Nottingham Trent University, a degree in furniture and product design. And I have studied a range of different design. So I really enjoy working holistically and covering a wide range of aspects of design. So even though I love furniture design, I really enjoy the branding and the sketching and the CAD and the development and everything that really goes into the design process. So yeah, that's a bit about me as a designer.
Yeah, that's really important to know all the aspects of design. It's really important for
Exactly.
this also because
Yeah,
you're really young, and so it's really cool. So I would like also to about furniture. Maybe you are more a furniture designer than probably because, for example, on our platform you presented the undressing table, and
yeah,
we would like to know what's the idea behind your projects and was the necessity behind the undressing table that started the idea then.
definitely. So it's quite an unusual name, the undressing table. So that really encapsulates the sort of narrative behind the design. It stemmed from me looking at quite a common and old-fashioned piece of furniture, a dressing table, and thinking how it doesn't really fit into modern day lives. Um, Sort of my grandparents, they always have one, and maybe some parents, but for our generation, it's not really an item that we use much anymore. People sort of sit on their bed, straighten their hair, or do their makeup in the bathroom. It's not really something that's as well into our routine. So I looked at what the beauty trends were now, and there's been this huge shift towards wellness and skincare and that side of beauty rather than beautification, wearing makeup and that sort of thing. That still happens, but it's far more this way of taking care of yourself. So I just saw this opportunity to design a piece that really talks about that transition in our daily routines, men and women, and how having this piece can really make you focus on those really important things that are really becoming quite popular. So the idea is to use it, and it encourages you to take time for yourself, to sort of relax and take care of yourself and be healthy in that way. And I think a lot of my inspiration came from other cultures that already have that kind of mindset. So a lot of inspiration for me came from Japan. A lot of their structures, the way they build with timber and things like that, it's really refined and really makes you focus on the beauty in the details. So that was, that was definitely where the idea came from.
Oh, I love it also because it's true. We never think about like focus on the simple gesture of daily life. For example,
Exactly.
for me, I do makeup and do stuff all in the bathroom. But I have like two stuff out there, and I always run for it, and I never stop. So it's good to like have a moment. in our daily routine and our life during the day, and to think and to stop about this and to like focus on something. That's really cool. I really love this. And but your project, we know that is also related to circular economy, right? How is that related?
Sure. So while I was in my final year at university, I did a lot of research into the circular economy. It's quite a
Mhm.
new thing. Not a lot of people will have heard about it. Some people have in terms of environmental impact, because there's a lot of ways that it can really maybe help us to improve our environmental impact. But it's a whole economic system. If you look up the Ellen MacArthur Foundation, they
Mhm.
really explain it very well. And some simple steps can really make a big difference. So I narrowed in on how designers could maybe implement this. And I found through my research that so much of it is due to how our products aren't designed with this awareness inbuilt. So, for example, if you employ circular design thinking, you think about how the energy used to make a product and produce those materials, if you can keep reusing that product or keep reusing those materials, you are saving that material and you're recycling that energy. Whereas if you throw it away and buy a new one, that's completely lost, and then you have to incorporate new energy. So that's the basic thinking behind it. But that involves designers designing for products to be disassembled, reused, repaired, that sort of thing. And at the moment, it doesn't commonly happen. We all know built-in obsolescence and how as soon as your iPhone dies, you can't go in and change it. And so all the energy in that whole device is lost. So I thought about how you could really break that down into simple steps. And as I say, for design, the most important thing is design for disassembly, I think. So it's really simple. I mean, not everything has to look like flat packed furniture from IKEA. It can be like my undressing table. I've thought about how each component attaches and also how it disattaches, and things like the mirror. So you want this piece to last a long time and pass down through generations, even like used to happen, because that's such an environmentally good way of owning a product. So things like the mirror that may break in 5 or 10 years or whatever, you can easily change that for a new piece, and you don't have to completely buy a whole new table.
Yeah, that's really important also because we live like now in a world that we are used to. If something it's broken, we change it immediately, and it's like the reverse in the for the next generation. Like I don't know, maybe our parents were used to use again products and furniture from their parents or anything. Is like that when we were maybe younger, because I think we are similar in the age. So
Yeah.
when we were younger, we get used to also starting to throw things and buy new things, and now we are literally in a ecosystem that is working on this, and so it's good to going back again. And do you think that this kind of way of thinking it's usually in your generation, in the designer that studied with you, or in the people that is in your university, or it's something that uh, came that not a lot of people have this kind of thinking?
I think I particularly focused on designers of my generation, sort of graduates through the past sort of 5 years, and people that are about to graduate. And I didn't only look at product designers, I looked at fashion designers, architects, and it was the same across the board. People had not heard about this and the design implications. So I think if we haven't heard about it, and it's not that new a concept, I think Ellen MacArthur has been going quite a few years. So I think certainly generations above us do not know about this. They may know on an economics level, if they've studied economics, they've probably heard about the circular concept, but not people don't know the possible benefits and how to implement these changes. Particularly businesses, I think it would be really important for new designers and economists and anyone graduating, anyone in education, to just be taught the simple fundamental basics of the circular economy, so that they can come to businesses and tell them these are small steps, but if everyone can think about it from the very beginning, from the ground up, then we may have a chance of transitioning and sort of employing all these great benefits.
Yeah, also because the new designers of the new design that just graduated has a really important impact now. That now you are doing a really maybe small steps, but in the future, the amount of these small steps will make the difference. So it's important to make people aware that how important are these small steps and. Yeah, I'm really happy about this. And do you have do you think that all your projects are related to the circular economic system, or it's in particular you started with the undressing table?
I think that was where it was really incorporated from the very beginning, and I was certain that it had to be a fundamental part of the design. But I have done other designs. I've designed a floor lamp that incorporates similar thinking, but in that time I was thinking more about the waste of it actually uses bauxite residue, which is a waste from aluminium production, and how that could be incorporated. And again, it's quite a conceptual piece, but it talks about how no one knows about this and how it can be a really beautiful thing if people think about it properly. So I've done a few projects certainly, and I hope every project from now on it will be a top priority to be employing that circular thinking. Definitely.
Yeah, that's very important. And I would like also to go back a bit and to talk again about the concept of the undressing table, because undressing table is present also in the Isola.design Awards and for the furniture category. And so, do you want to maybe to how do you want to say something like to make people vote your project or something? I don't know. Do you want to present in the why your project should be voted? What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. That would be great. Thank you. So it's highlighted in the smart living and mobility category.
Yeah.
So it may not be first aware why it's in that category, but it's because it's such an everyday piece. It's a piece that I think most people would be happy to have in their home. It's quite a timeless piece. It's quite an elegant piece that has quite a lot of functions built into its design. And beyond that, it really addresses a new way of thinking, modern living. So it's a conceptual piece that really demonstrates how I'm thinking about how people will be living in the future, and how we design furniture to fit that. It doesn't necessarily have to change aesthetically. It can still fit exactly what we love, but it needs to be thought about in a different way. So the way that it thinks about the new approach to beauty, and how it's inclusive of genders, that sort of thing. It's quite a forward-thinking piece, and yeah, I would really love if people voted for it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
but it's really cool also because it's not about only furniture and design. It's about all I don't know, it's like a way of living. It's like a
Exactly,
concept
it's about
for your life.
yeah, exactly, encouraging these really healthy habits, that can really help people to enjoy life. There's so much mental health awareness and that sort of thing. I think it really is the kind of living that we need to promote and be aware of, that it's not selfish to live like that. You should really incorporate it strictly into your routine. every day to sit down and be mindful and take care of yourself and just see the benefits, because taking care of yourself like that, it doesn't take much. You don't have to have loads of beautiful products. As I demonstrate in my design, it's just a simple thing of having a cup of tea or a nice chilled glass of water in the morning while you moisturize your face. It's that simple, and doing those things over and over can really improve your outlook on life, I think.
Yeah, also because in the last year with the pandemic, we understand how much mental health is important, and so we are aware of this kind of aspect that belongs to us, but maybe we were not so aware, and we were like running all the days, going to work and doing
Yeah,
stuff, and never have to stop, never take care of ourselves. For real, because maybe we think like going to the hairdresser, it's like taking care of us, but maybe also in the daily life, the daily routine is really taking care of us. So that's really
exactly.
important. It's really cool.
It
And
is.
for your future, do you have any more projects for the future? Are you thinking about something?
Always, yeah. I've always got many ideas that I wish to develop. I think I'm very focused at the moment on designing holistically and designing products that can be experienced by the senses. I think that's sort of an overarching theme at the moment for me when I'm thinking things that people really love using, and really are really beautiful and people want to own, and designing for longevity. So I'd really like to maybe collaborate with other people as well, and think about how we can incorporate products into our daily routines for people all over the world. How these really sort of basic fundamental pieces that could be designed really beautifully, and manufactured in a really responsible way, and just developing that kind of, yeah, maybe a range, maybe some homeware I'd really love to get into, just simple pieces for the domestic setting.
That's really cool. I would love to have in my new house some piece of you, maybe. For really, really nice. And with this in mind, and I want to thank you for this talk today, Lara. And I hope to see you in Milan Design Week in September.
Absolutely.
Uh, I hope you can come to Milan and we can meet and to talk more about living and living spaces, and to have fun for the first event after pandemic as well.
Absolutely. Wouldn't that be great? Fingers crossed,
Yeah,
that would be beautiful.
yeah. I can wait. So thank you very much, Lara, for this talk. I really it
Thank you.
was really nice, and see you next time, and have a good day.
See you. Thank you.